Hello people, so today we'll be solving LeetCode daily question 786, that is kth smallest prime fraction. Okay, so yeah, we'll be given a sorted integer array ARR containing one and other prime numbers where all the integers of error are unique, and also we are given an integer k. And what we have to do is we have to, for every I in j where I is less than j, and we have to consider the fraction ARR I by array of j, and we have to return the k smallest fraction considered. We have to return as an answer array of integer of size 2 where answer 0 is equal to error ith index and answer 1 will be equal to error jth index. Okay, so for this we'll be having, let's say the current array is 1 2 3 5, so we have to return the third smallest fraction which can be formed. So the sum of the fractions which can be found are 1 by 2, 1 by 3, 1 by 5, and then 2 by 3, 2 by 5, then 3 by 5. So we have to return the smallest fraction with the value, and we have to return basically the third smallest fraction. So in this case we'll be having the third smallest fraction as 2 by 5, so we'll be returning this. As you can see that this will be 0.2, this is 0.33, this is 0.4, 0.5, and then 0.6, this is 0.66, and so the third smallest is 2 by 5. Okay, so for this we'll be having to use a priority queue, and in that we'll be storing all the indexes. Firstly we'll be trying to find it with k, like with 1 and all the other pairs which will be able to form. Other than that, and slowly we'll be incrementing and decrementing all of these. So firstly let's initialize a queue of array double. Let's call it what we can call it, let's call it a heap, that is equal to new priority queue, and it will be sorted on the basis of their second indexes. We'll be forming a, let's say a max heap, you can say, but not exactly a max heap. P0 minus, okay, we cannot do because it's a double, so double dot compare b0 minus comma a0. Yeah, and now what we'll be doing is we'll be adding all the elements one by one into the priority queue, so that for int I equal to 0, I less than array dot length I plus plus, and I'll be doing is we'll be doing that heap dot add new double array double, and in this we'll be adding some of the values which will be like, firstly we'll be having to convert it into double, so 1.0 on negative 1.0 to make it like a balanced max heap. We don't have to use a comparator instead. I Okay, so let's add some spaces. Yeah, that should make our code look beautiful. So, and also the last element of the array, arr dot length minus 1, and other than that we'll be adding I and the length of the last index which we are with which we are multiplying. Okay, the length of, basically this is the ith index and this is the jth index, so we'll be adding these two to the array as well. And after that what we'll be doing is that while my minus minus k, so that this time we'll be using a pre-decrement operator, because at the end we'll be having the, and we'll be using a pre-decrement because at after like we'll be having just 1k left, so our answer will still be on the top. So minus minus k is greater than 0. What we'll be doing is I'll be polling of my current array, so double current array current, that is equal to heap dot poll, and then what I'll be doing is I'll be finding my numerator index ind, let's say only, so that will be equal to my I need to type it to int of current array's first index, similarly the denominator index, that is the second index, and it's just, yeah, denominator index. Okay, so as it is a sorted array, so we know that how we'll be able to find our, like if the our current array current value is greater, so we'll be moving to the right, so we'll be adding the next element which we'll be adding, we'll be having it divided by the denominator index minus 1th index. So this is how we'll be going, and what I'll be doing is that if current to, okay, minus 1 because of the next, and then what I'll be doing is I'll be keeping a check that if denominator, I'll just copy instead, if denominator index is greater than the numerator index, I'll be doing is heap dot add again a new double array, new double with the values that will be -1.0 into my array of numerator index by my array of denominator index array denominator id. Other than that, I'll be adding my denominator index as well as my numerator index. Okay, and just this, and at the end what we'll be having my the best the our answer on the top. So double let's say answer that is equal to heap dot poll. Okay, and what I can do, I could have just directly returned it directly also, but we can do return new int, and in this we'll be having answer. Okay, firstly let's typecast it to int answers first index comma and answers second index. I'll just use it instead. Answers second index. Okay, so now let's run it. Okay, so it says it expected array at line 8. Oh, okay, so just old habits. Yeah, now let's run it again. Okay, so it says at the end, and I guess I'm having an extra parenthesis. Now let's run it. Okay, so a wrong answer. 1 and 3, so instead it should be okay, so 2 and 5, right? I guess I made some mistake while adding the values, I guess. Array dot length minus 1 into array of I dot length -1 I less than array dot length, and in that I am adding the 3 value which is correct. Then minus k int of my current array, and then int my current array to -1, and if denominator index is greater than the numerator index, numerator index when you okay, so I don't think so that I'm making some issue. I guess somewhere in the top I might be having. Okay, I'll just figure out the issue. Oh, okay, so I found the error basically here. I forgot one thing, that is I need to calculate these values from the array, and that's why the error was happening. And now okay, I'll just add these and it will work perfectly fine. I'll just from basically it's returning in the indexes and not the values from the array's index. So this was the error. Yeah, and it gets accepted. Now let's submit it. Yeah, and it works perfectly fine. Okay, so this was it for today. Thank you for watching.